It's my great honor to join in this prestigious seminar as a panel, and I am very sorry for not preparing PowerPoint file. I will make it right away and post on the homepage of IAFICO after this seminar. And I would like to excuse me to give general comment regarding the effectiveness of financial or investor education briefly, not today's presentation specifically. As you can see, this is the section of my comment, but the comment is very briefly and not takes long. As the first section, the difficulties of measuring the effectiveness of financial or investor education. As Professor Say told me, measuring the effectiveness of investor or financial education is not easy, is no easy thing. So many factors are involved in it. In general, it is measured after a seminar regarding financial literacy. The problem of measurement of that kind is that the participants entering such a seminar tend to already have an interest in financial products. More importantly, how long the effectiveness will remain cannot be measured despite being the core of the education. The purpose of investor financial education is not just to check the effectiveness of the education right after being educated, but for the participants to apply the information or knowledge when they have to make financial decisions later appropriately. The second section, experiment for Wharton School students. In 2006, an experiment regarding selecting index funds was conducted for MBA students in the Wharton School. In summary, they were not good in selecting index funds smartly. Students in one of the best MBA schools in the world. I did not. I am not sure how long it will take to educate personal investors till they will be superior to the Wharton School students. The third section, the intervention of the salespersons. Furthermore, the intervention by the salespersons have to be considered. The effectiveness of that kind of intervention is still more clear than that of an investor or financial education. I'm sure maybe the subject of marketing cannot exist if the effectiveness has not been clear. In the experiment mentioned, the students chose index funds with the level of the fees smartly first, but the more materials for marketing were provided to them, they were distracted from what they had to focus on. The context of a seminar and of a practical financial transaction cannot be same. Section 4, choosing things is actually similar. Actually, financial issues seem to be not unique compared to the other decisions we have to make in daily lives. We choose a non-financial product without fully knowing about it. For example, we do not buy some bread after checking the ingredients fully. We do not buy a fridge after checking it thoroughly. Even purchasing a car is not much different. Similarly, financial consumers tend to choose financial products without enough considering. Section 5, using experts. When we confront a case, it is more efficient to commit it to a lawyer than to try to deal with it by ourselves. When you get ill, it is much better to trust a doctor than to gather relevant information through internet. Likewise, consumers do not need to be a financial expert to choose a proper financial product for themselves. Paying financial experts who will select a financial product on behalf of them would be the smartest way in light of time, cost, etc. It can be the smartest way for themselves as well as the society they live in. All of the members of a society cannot and need not to be a lawyer or a doctor. A society cannot continue if it is consisted with only doctors or lawyers. I'm not sure why all the members of a society need to be a financial experts. Section 6, financial experts that can be trusted. Financial experts will matter if they have interest not aligning with that of the consumers, but if their interest aligns with that of the consumers, they can be trusted. Not their personalities, but if they have interest to put the benefit of the consumers first, they can be trusted. And the independent financial advisor has such an interest. Section 7. Effective Section 7, effective aim of the financial or investor education first. We need to establish an effective aim of the financial or investor education first, an aim we can reach. An education for making consumers financial experts are really useful both to consumers and the society. Section 8, financial or investor education need to be effective. On education to put consumers on an efficient path if needed essentially. Is needed essentially. That education will be to teach consumers the smart way to deal with the financial matters, to provide intuitive financial knowledge and information, such as the relationship between the expected return and the risk, the importance of diversified investment, and how to find a good IFA for themselves, etc. Any very specific and intuitive warning and information against any specific financial fraud, as Professor Nicolini presented, can be included. Any very narrow and specific simulation of choosing and purchasing any specific financial product, as Professor Zhang presented, can be included. It's my conclusion. Just-in-time education is the best. I fully agree with the Professor Kud in that just-in-time education is the best. I assume that it can serve almost everything. Perhaps just-in-time education can be considered as a long-term solution, as it will be possible when we all can use the more intensive and smaller sized mobile computer equipped with higher performance AI controlling big data. Thank you.